Hi everyone. Yesterday I had a story. About a man. I had a story about a broken relationship once again. Hi, this is D here from the Hair Doctors, and on behalf of the Ultimate Life Podcast from the Hair Doctors, I'm making this live video, this recorded video today, because I have a topic. So yesterday was a special event. It was an engagement party. I had a surprise engagement party with my queen. Queen. So everything went well. It was a small, selected group of friends and family, and everything was smooth and right. You can see it there on the channel. You'll see some videos about this engagement party. That was the moment. Now, do you know what can happen from this moment, right? Do you know what can happen from that moment? How many people know what can happen from that particular moment? Not many. Well, things can get nasty. Things can get better. We hope things get better, meaning that we have a prosperous relationship until death do us part. That's what they say. But does it mean anything anymore? Does it really work? Does it matter? That is the question. I had a very good celebration yesterday, because this is with a woman that I love. I've had many women that I've loved in my life, but this one is a special one. This one is a chosen one. This one, I named her my queen. So from this point on, what can happen? You hope for the best, but you can never forget that we are only human. You can never forget that things can get nasty. You can never forget that this beautiful flame can be extinguished. This beautiful flame can be destroyed. This love can disappear. This love can be tarnished, destroyed, demolished, and forgotten. That this love can turn into hate. That this love can become war. Can turn into war. Yes, yesterday during the day I made a video about a man that probably went through this same scenario. Met a woman, fell in love with her, and decided to marry her. So in deciding to marry the woman, the guy was living in Spain. The man's from Sierra Leone. The woman was in Spain. She didn't have papers. He got her papers sorted. He got her papers in Spain, and then the woman somehow convinced the man to come and live here in England. Yes, England. She convinced the man to come and live here in England. The woman is from Nigeria. The man is from Sierra Leone. A very naive, hardworking, honest, and a lovable man. They have children. I think they have like 3 or 4 children. The oldest is now 18. Like the guy says, he's a boy. And just like that, as they move here in the UK, the woman started wahala. She started problems. 2 years, kicked him out. So she didn't kick him out. She kicked him out of the relationship. He got home from work. He works night shift or whatever. He got home and she was gone. She was gone with all the children. The house was empty. Can you imagine the shocking of this particular incident? The shock that you get. So the man brought himself together and is trying to process what has just happened to him, where he went wrong, what he did, and he couldn't understand it. And that's where depression kicks in. That's where the stress kicks in. That's where self-destruction starts. When you can't process the information, when you can't understand the motive, when you can't understand the behavior of the people you trusted, when you can't overcome the hurt that you suffered, that's where things start to go wrong. So the man, he spoke to me, and I was very sympathetic of his situation, and I showed him that I care. And I said to him, I've been through this. I understand where you come from. I know where you come from. And if you need something, you can always come here and speak to me. When I was saying this to this guy, I was depressed myself. The time when I was talking to the guy, I was depressed. Yes, I was depressed. Where did I get depression from? From previous relationship. Yes. So I spoke to the guy. Nevertheless, I spoke to the guy and I said to him, look, remember, because he came to my shop, he came to my business, and I said, always remember that I'm here, and if you need me, if you need anything, you can always come here and talk. Because when you're in a situation like that, you want to talk. You want to talk. You want to express yourself. So this was almost like just after pandemic was over, and subsequently I lost track to the man. I've got it. I had his number, but I gave him my number. I said, you can always call me on this. Now this is a man that is not really like educated, highly educated or whatever. He will struggle with social media, for even using the phone. You know that type of man. They'll call him a village man or whatever. You can call it whatever you want. So the man went and disappeared. Almost like a year and a half. Between a year and a year and a half. I met the man again yesterday. I met the man again yesterday. And the man looks like a wreck. He looks like a mini, you know, like he looks like he looks like a Micra that was involved in an accident with a lorry or a train. A Micra involved in a train crash. The Micra is destroyed. The Micra is demolished. The Micra is totally dismantled. The man looks like a wreck. When I met the man yesterday, I couldn't believe my eyes. But it was paining me. I found it painful. But I was expecting that. I was expecting him to be able, I don't know. When I say I was expecting that, no. I knew that that could happen. Either the man can overcome this difficulties or overcome this hurt, this pain, this, whatever you want to call it. Or he'll continue to dwell in it and get stressed, get depressed, and, and things can go really, really bad. Things can get really, really nasty. And that's exactly what happened. The man had a stroke. I don't know how many strokes he had, but he had a stroke. A stroke that destroyed him. A stroke that destroyed him. Man had a stroke. I look at the man. The man looks like a wreck. The man looks really, really bad. I mean, tears are rolling out the man's eyes. He's not crying. But it's just how much of a wreck he is. He's not crying. He wasn't crying. But that's what he got from the stroke. He spent 6 months in hospital. Women, this is what you do to a man. This is what you do to another person's child. This is what you do to a father. How cruel is that? How cruel is this? Why does this happen to African men? Why? And then I had my engagement party yesterday. And after the engagement party, a friend came to me and he said, "Do you remember our friend?" Yeah, we had a friend who brought a wife from Cameroon. A wife he brought from Cameroon that he never met this woman. He didn't know this woman before. It was a sister of one of his friends' wife. So he decided to gamble with this woman. Never gamble with a wife or a woman in your life. She's in Cameroon. The woman, she's over 40. Brings her over. And the woman takes over. The man calls me one day and he says, "Help me." They just gave him a nice house. Just gave him a nice house, adapted house, because he's got disability and stuff. So he called me one day and said, "Come help me pick this furniture up." I used this car, my woman's car, because I was driving a BMW and I couldn't get in the BMW. So he tells me, "Oh, I've seen your missus' car. You can actually use your missus' car because you can fold the chairs and everything." Right. I went there reluctantly, picked the furniture, took it to his house. Then 5 days or a week later, I had a phone call. It was his wife on the phone. And she's like this to me. "Did you pick up some furniture for your friend?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well," at first she said who she was, because I didn't have the number registered on the phone. And then she said, "Did you pick up furniture?" And I said, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Well, my house is not a dumping yard. My house is not a trash. My house is not a tip. So could you come and collect this furniture and throw it in the bin? Because my house is not a trash. My house is not, my house is not a dumping yard. So, and I was, honestly, what do you respond to that? You just did a goodwill, a good deed to a friend. He's asking you for help. Help me pick up a furniture for my new house. And then you go there and help the guy. I got to work late that day. It was 9 o'clock when I was picking this furniture. I got to work like 10, like past 10 o'clock, like almost like 10:30. And I was pissed off. I was really, really not happy. And after I've done all that, what do I get? Well, I get the woman calling me and saying, come collect this and throw it in the trash, because my house is not a trash. Now, I called the council. She said, I called the council and they said I have to pay to get rid of this trash. I've not got money to pay for this. I don't have time for this nonsense. So use the same will and the same desire and the same love that you did bringing it here and take it away. I don't want it here. And I'm like, wow. I said, I can't do that. I said to her straight away, I can't do this. I did a favor to a friend, but he's an adult. So if you have a problem with that furniture, speak to your husband or your friend, speak to him. You don't have to speak to me. I don't. It doesn't work like that. So I said that to the woman and I put the phone down. This friend met this woman through somebody else. They never had sex. He's telling me they never had sex. They live in the same house. She lives in a master bedroom. She got the biggest room. And he lives in a living room. She gets all the benefit money. He gets nothing. Nothing. The guys come to complain to me and said, this is a situation, I don't know what to do here. I said to him, look, this woman is going to put a rape charge on you soon. That's the next step. She's going to accuse you of domestic violence and stuff in an attempt to take the house. You know what happened yesterday? Yesterday, after my engagement party, my friend comes to me and says, oh, you know that our friend? Yeah, you know that friend that, with that woman that brought that woman from Cameroon? Yeah. He just been released from prison, from police station yesterday because he was arrested on rape and attempted rape or domestic violence. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, oh my God. But this is exactly what we predicted. And we said to the guy, you've got to go to the police station. He said that he wanted to get rid of the woman, right? We said to him, go to the police station and tell them exactly what kind of abuse you're suffering from this woman. Gaslighting, the fact that she's using your money, your benefit money without your consent or whatever. And the guy was just there playing. He was just there playing like silly games. Taking his time. Coming to complain to me. I'm like, me, I'm not the police. I'm not the social service. Go and complain to your social service. Go and complain to the police. Go and complain to your doctors. Tell them exactly what happened. Yesterday, yeah, the guy got kicked out of the house. He brought the woman over here. She was supposed to be looking after him, though. The type of visa that she got. She's got indefinite leave to remain. She didn't even get like the 2 years because she's supposed to be a carer for him. And she kicked him out of the house. The guy had 1 stroke. I don't know whether he had 1 stroke or 2. Well, this man is fucking dying, me. The guy's going. The woman don't care. She will bring her own husband from Cameroon. The one that was in the shadow. The one that she was living with or whatever. She'll bring him over here. And that's life. The other guy's life, she doesn't give a fuck about him. He's done. He's done. We told him. I told him exactly what will happen. And that's exactly what happened. I don't know whether to laugh about this story or not. But he was stupid. Stupid. Because we told him, these are the accusations you're going to get. And it's only a matter of time. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section below.